Mrs. Watt, you inspire me by being a caring person and being a powerful and strong woman.
You inspire me by always believing myself and trying to chase my dreams.
I was previously a head teacher over in Germany at a service children's education school. I applied to the Talented Leaders scheme. They matched me with the trust that had just taken on Caister Academy.
My background has always been working in challenging circumstances and wanted to take up headship on the advice of an old head teacher that I'd met who said I should go for headship. I didn't feel I was ready at the time.
I spent 18 years in secondary, became deputy head in a secondary school. Then it was through the Talented Leaders programme where I was first introduced to the primary phase.
I was working at a school over in Altrincham as deputy head teacher, and the diocese approached us to see whether I would take up the interim headship of the school. When we got here, we found a school that was fundamentally broken to its core. We have about 40% disadvantaged pupils on roll. We're quite girl heavy, we have a 70% girls on roll. Children enter year 7, they have reading age that are below their chronological age.
Caister Academy is a coastal school. It's a small secondary school with just over 600 pupils now. It is very isolated, 35% free school meals, 25% of which have got SEND.
We have relatively low aspirations from the community, low aspirations from students. The staff perception of what students could achieve as well was low.
We have 30% who are pupil premium and 30% SEN as well.
I spent the first term finding out as much as I could about the school and about the staff and listening to them. We wanted people who were absolutely dedicated to improving the life chances of young people.
Linda has done an amazing job. I thoroughly admire her in turning the school around, and I think Linda's got the staff on board. She built a senior team from the ground up.
3 years ago, Caister Academy was judged by Ofsted as serious weaknesses. We've just had an Ofsted that has judged as good across all categories.
There was a hint when I first arrived of an us versus them culture with students. One of the first things we did was to get every single member of the school into the main hall for a huge kind of vision and value session where we sat down and we looked at where do we want Little Lever to be in 10 years' time? And then we said, okay, how do we get to where we want to be? Every student is greeted positively as they come into the school in the morning. Every single thing we do is to try and make students feel 10 feet tall when they come in through the building.
It was about establishing a strong culture of high expectation amongst staff, amongst the children themselves, and also with parents.
Jean offered me a HLTA position, which I'd never even thought about before. She had faith in me, she had belief that I could do this. It's built my confidence up.
Behaviour is significantly improved. They have been such key drivers of their own school improvement because they can see what's being invested in them.
The school is completely different from what it used to be. I can't stress that enough because it's that family ethos that we have in All Saints.
We are losing 108 this year in year 11 outgoing, and incoming we will be gaining in September 160. We have a significantly high number of pupils with SEMH.
We really went to town on establishing what great teaching looks like. What are the key ingredients of great learning? We made it pretty clear that these students deserve better. We have to know every single student inside out, back to front, what makes them tick. Last year certainly led to a 12% rise in mathematics outcomes at grade 4+. We had a 7 percentage point rise in English and maths outcomes. Our behaviour in terms of culture and ethos was transformed completely.
I just stick to the vision and stick to my mission. If I have days where I'm feeling that it's pretty much a bad day, I'll just go into my reception class and see the children. I think, yeah, it's worth it.
Leadership has been absolutely critical in everything we have done at All Saints. We treat people in the way we'd want to be treated ourselves. So I spend a lot of time talking to people, being very visible.
I'd like to think of myself as somebody who will constantly push the boundaries in order to give the students the very, very best.
Dominic is someone who has a real passion for the school and wants the best for it, and you can see that through what he wants to put in place in the school and how we as a team work together with them.
He changed me as a character as well as my education. He told me that I could do stuff that I believed I couldn't.
A lot of people say we can't do that, we can't do this. Well, my question is, well, why not?
Leadership is everything, actually. I say to my staff, regardless of what their roles are, that they're all leaders.
Ambitious school leadership have been there every step of the way for me. I think I've realised that I can cope with anything that's thrown at me. Training days have been very, very supportive for me. We regularly keep in contact. I believe I've made some lifelong friends.
Talented leaders really does allow you the time to step back and reflect on your own personal leadership style. I think I've become more of a visionary leader as a result of the programme.
You've got a network of people that you can fall back on whenever you need that advice and guidance.
We've been able to go and visit each other's schools, which again has been really helpful to go look at practice. Having a mentor that you can just call on at any time has been invaluable.
I feel like you take good care of all the students and make sure everyone's alright.
You just come in school and Mrs. all enthusiastic and just like, okay, today's going to be a great day kind of thing.
I would like to thank my staff. Without them, there's no way we'd reach as far as we have on this journey of improvement.
Thank you to the staff and students at Little Lever who inspire me every single day.
Mrs. Strong changed the school by speaking to students a lot more with their problems. She taught me how to change my ways, not to get really annoyed at people, not to mess around as much and see the way to my future.